And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Leaf League. Here on Switchblade J, joining me on the desk, it is Mega Shogun. We're here to get into our second match of the day here. It's going to be Copenhagen Flames up against ParallaX here. ParallaX coming off a huge 2-2 tie-up up against Northern Gaming. You got to wonder, are they going to be almost celebrating in their beers at the moment when they go into this next matchup here?
Yeah, but both these teams are going to be looking to try and get themselves... This is a winnable game for both of these teams. We haven't seen any wins come through so far for ParallaX. And Copenhagen Flames, they have to get off of 0-4 that they had to sit through earlier on against Team Solid. So they'll be wanting to try and bounce back with a win here. This is winnable for both these teams. However, when you've got defense like that, it's more winnable if you're ParallaX.
Well played, very well played. 15 seconds in and we're already going to pick up the first goal for ParallaX. So most certainly they are probably looking very positive after that victory, after that tie-up. In that case, Copenhagen Flames start things off on the back foot. Kickoff works in favour of the Copenhagen Flames. This time, however, as the defensive is left open, Pornflakes will have to try and defend it, and he will do so, but already a counter shot comes in, and Alex is going to have to try and see if he can follow it out the way. This time around is now over towards the ParallaX side of things. Hansen disrupts the ball, back over towards Extreme Chump, will get it back out the way, but again, a deck comes through. And now ParallaX have to try to see if they can take the advantage of this one, but it's denied once again. So right now it will be feeding on through towards the backboard, almost finds it as Alex. But once again, Copenhagen Flames look to take control here in the centre line.
Extreme Chump is going to be my player to watch throughout this series. He was very quiet during the last one that we watched, so I want to see him step up throughout this. I want to see what he's capable of. That first goal is a very useful way of him getting himself into this. I really want to see where his position in this team is, though.
Over towards Parallax corner, get it out. Pornflake's going to follow it through, but he gets deaded by Bakke. And now Hansen will chime on through, seeing if he can clear it up. And he will set up his teammate, but once again, it's not. It's been denied by Parallax this time. Three players all setting themselves up towards the defensive Alex, and Pornflakes will get it over towards the corner. And now they'll follow it back over towards the Copenhagen Flames side of things. And a good defense from Waffle, almost a very risky defense. Gets it off the crossbar and away from the goal just about, but that could have gone so wrong in so many ways here. 3 minutes 20, another deck comes in from Alex. Pornflakes disrupts the ball. Waffle and Hansen going to try and get it away from the corner this time. Extreme Chump comes in. It's still in the advantage of Parallax so far.
It certainly is. They're just sort of squeezing Copenhagen Flames into their own half and not allowing anything to come through. But at the same time, Copenhagen Flames not really offering any answers. And that... Was there really any challenge there?
Definitely not. No defensive from Copenhagen Flames this time. We'll watch that one more time. Pornflakes just getting it immediately over the Copenhagen Flames player, and 2-0. Parallax now in the driver's seat for this one. Just a little under 3 minutes to go here. As an Extreme Champ will start things off towards the Parallax favour. Here comes through. Hansen going to follow it around towards the goal, but Alex challenges, gets the save. Nicely done. Waffle now up towards the centre here, and Bakke challenging it over towards the Parallax corner. And so far, pretty slow play coming in from the Copenhagen side. They will get it up close, though, and that was a bit of a weird one coming in from Parallax. It almost seemed like Alex and Pornflakes just kind of let their minds wander there for a second.
Yeah, they've not exactly defended that. I was going to say not defended that well. They've not defended that at all. So that is going to offer Copenhagen Flames a way back into this matchup quite easily as well. Both these two teams making defensive mistakes, making defensive errors that are costing them big right now.
Indeed, halfway point. At least Copenhagen Flames will get their ticket back into the matchup here, and Hansen's going to centre things up. No one there to follow it through. Alex with another deck. Waffle with a centre up here, and Hansen's going to get challenged onto Extreme. Chumper will get it back out towards the corner, and there's no one to defend. Finally, Waffle will get himself in. Hansen gets the deck at least. And now a ball is just back towards the Copenhagen Flames side. Alex will challenge on through, trying to set the things up. Once again, Bakke up towards the Parallax side of things. It looks like Alex is going to see if he can set himself up, but it won't happen this time. It's denied once again by the Flames side. Waffle now going to go for a nice shot, and there's no defensive this time. Fortunately, Pornflakes just coming in the nick of time to get it out the way before Copenhagen Flames even things up, and a good shot comes out, but once again, Waffle, good defensive, keeps it 2-1.
Just both these teams trying to settle themselves down right now. A bit of speed, though, is always seemingly defeating the rotation on the defense, so that offense doesn't really have to think about it too much. They just have to be quick right now on both sides, and that's what's causing goals like this to happen. A bit of speed, and no one seems to be able to deal with it right now.
Indeed, an absolutely perfect play from the Copenhagen side. Going to even things up at 2-2, so now this becomes very winnable all of a sudden, all again. 1 minute and 28 to go now. Trying to kick off, and it will just go over towards the ParallaX side. It's a little bit out of angle. Unfortunately, Waffle hasn't got to do that much, and instead he's just going to have to disrupt Alex's point of view and Alex's general move on towards the goal. So, 2-2, Copenhagen Flames back, evening things up. Extreme Chump, however, will get it off the backboard, trying to set his teammates up, but the rest of the Flames are going to start moving their way on through to the other side of things, although a good disruption from Cornflakes almost pots it in. Fortunately, Waffle's there for the defensive, and Bakke cannot follow it through this time as well. A minute to go now, and well, we're on the verge of overtime. Alex now going to see if he can set the things up and almost gets it in, but he's a little bit too far left once again, and now we'll have to try and see if he can challenge the Copenhagen Flames defensive. Not going to happen today, as it will stay towards the Flames side of things. Towards their corner now. Waffle will have to challenge, and Bakke will get it out once again.
Just seems like we're seeing from both these teams, one player charges the ball whilst it's in offense and try and find a way of forcing that ball to a player that's waiting towards the middle. There's no 1-2 player dynamic. There's no passing coming through from these teams, and that's really hindering them from the opportunity of creating quality chances for them to score.
15 seconds to go now as we look to be on the cuff of overtime. Hansen challenges on to Cornflakes, who gets it back over towards the corner. We're just 5 seconds away, so it's this next goal or overtime, as it does look to be. Well, probably overtime at this point, as the ball does just about touch the floor. We're going to overtime, seeing who's going to take this first matchup here.
Just both teams trying to ease their way into this matchup. ParallaX, we've seen, are kind of slow growers in these sort of matchups. Take the first 1 or 2 games just to try and see what their opponents do, try and download and get the answer to how to beat their opponents. However, this is a 4-game set. You can't afford to be wasting 1 or 2 games just trying to get yourself into it. You need to get that win straight away.
Indeed, and they're going to start trying this out now as ParallaX getting closer and closer towards that goal. And they'll feed it over towards Bakke, who will defend it once again. And now over towards the ParallaX side of things. Alex going to try to stop that. Cornflakes comes in towards the corner. Waffle disrupts it. And they'll try and center it up. Alex goes for a shot. It almost lands, but good defensive. Just about good defensive. Comes through. Keeps it away from being so. And one goal is always going to take to close this one out. Cornflakes will once again try to set up. Deflected again by Bakke. The Extreme Champ going to have to come in and try to change things on that front. Over towards the corner. And we're just seeing these two teams go back and forth in this same sort of area as now the ball be centered up, but no one's there to take control. Cornflakes once again sent this up, but Waffle there to defend it. And Alex have to try and follow through, and it will be a shot coming out from Cornflakes, but again, just nothing coming through. They're trying and trying, but Copenhagen Flames seem to find all the answers to the aggression. Yeah,
it really did seem like for a second that Copenhagen Flames were going to run out of boost because they were unable to take anything away. Nice shot there onto target, but that defender was still there. So Copenhagen Flames, I think if that rotation happened 1 or 2 more times, they would have ended up conceding, but they managed to break it, got them all some boost back, and they've managed to now make this an even game yet again.
Cornflakes off the back, Waffle getting it back over towards the ParallaX corner. And Chump just trying to change things here. Alex going to follow it through, but Hansen there to defend and disrupt. Back over towards the ParallaX corner, and so far during this overtime, it's mostly been in the Copenhagen Flames side here. Now it's going to see if they can try to change that. Cornflakes going for a shot, but okay. And it disrupts it once again. Alex now with control of the ball. 2 minutes has gone by now, so fatigue might be taking its toll. Cornflakes going to try and follow it through on towards the defensive, but all 3 players just not able to find anything there now. It will just be Copenhagen Flames keeping control of their offense now. And it's still going to go towards their favor so far. It's just individual challenges from ParallaX. Not able to work anything here. Finally, the deck comes for an Extreme Chump. It's centered up, but no one's able to take advantage. Alex will just follow it around towards the other side of the pitch here.
Saw them having attempts just there, but ParallaX, as you said, have had a huge amount of this ball in their opponent's half. However, they've always got that player rotating with more of a mind towards defense than actually scoring. So every time they have their opportunity to try and go for some sort of goal, try and get a rebound, it's not happening. And they have thrown the match because they have not offered anything against their opponents.
I almost come to think that Chum just let his mind wander again in that case, and just nothing that they could defend against. They've thrown the match at 2 minutes to 48, 3-2. A good lucky play from Copenhagen Flames and great positioning from Hansen will score them the goal and bring them the first matchup here in round of 4.
It really was not that much of a difficult situation to deal with. They could have controlled that ball, brought the ball down and taken it away, but a poor touch there led the ball out, and then the defender was not ready for it at all. Copenhagen Flames were on the back foot for almost all of that last, overtime. We see 5 saves there from Waffle, but they've stolen the matchup.
Definitely. That was absolutely insane from Copenhagen Flames. Found that one opportunity they needed and took full advantage of it. And they'll take the first matchup. And ParallaX now definitely probably going to be shaken after the victory against Northern Gaming. So we'll see if they can try to get back into this one during match number 2. Copenhagen Flame versus ParallaX. And, you got again, we're going to question this one more time. Does this set the tone for the rest of the series? Are we going to be seeing more of these close plays, and we're just going to see more of these small mistakes really costing both these teams?
I think both these teams aren't... I mean, we saw it from Northern Gaming. That's a team that's got a lot more experience than most teams. And they got halfway through the series and seemed to just completely change their style of play. Didn't look anywhere near as threatening. I don't think these teams will have enough experience either to be able to maintain a consistency throughout these games. So I honestly believe that each match should be dealt with as it comes to, because consistency, I just don't see it happening.
Indeed. Well, our players having a little problems connecting to the server, so I think we'll just jump into a new one really quickly.